Alight at the Northwest University's Mahikeng campus. For more on this, we are joined by SABC reporter Sello Tatai. A very good evening to you, Sello. Can you talk us through the extent of the fire now?
Well, we cannot validate the extent of the fire, but what I can tell you now is that indeed the Science Centre building has been set alight, and this is something which has been simmering throughout the day. Earlier on, we saw a violent confrontation between students and campus security, which was brought about by the ceremony which was endorsing the appointed SRC. You remember that last week the university dissolved the SRC which was elected last year, and as a result the appointed SRC which the university saying that the previous SRC did not carry out their constitutional mandate. But what happened there is that some students were questioning the legality of this SRC, saying that it cannot be correct that the university management can impose the SRC on them without elections being held. Now, as the situations went out throughout the day, then we started to see that violent confrontation, and campus security used tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse some of the students who were angry with what transpired at the Great Hall. And some students obviously are alleging that campus security used live ammunition. We have seen disturbing footage of some of the students who have been wounded as a result, and some of them have been taken to various hospitals here in the provincial capital.
Sello, any information on what may have caused this fire? Is arson being suspected, and do we know who's responsible perhaps?
We don't know yet. We've been trying to get that information from the police, but like I said, this is something which one might say it was bound to happen, given the high levels of tensions here between aggrieved students and campus management. You'll remember that just last week we reported a story about a security vehicle being set alight, and the financial aid office also torched by allegedly students who are aggrieved by a number of things that are currently happening at the university. One of them being accusing the university for not registering students with outstanding debt. And also one key element into this protest is that some students were complaining about the issue of outsourcing, which continues to play itself out in various campuses across the country, and at the campus, at the Mahikeng campus of the Northwest University, that is still the bone of contention.
Earlier today, the Mahikeng campus was being described as a battleground when those clashes broke out. Can you tell us what's the situation like there now?
The situation is fairly calm, but the fire has not been extinguished. I mean, this fire started at around 6:30, and that is when we started seeing a big smoke coming from the campus as we were monitoring the situation at the main entrance. As we rushed there, we started seeing some of the students trying to extinguish the fire, but it was too much for them. You'll agree with me that many of them are not experienced in extinguishing fires, and as a result, the whole building was engulfed by fire. And it seems like by end of tonight, if there isn't a swift intervention, we can start seeing now that fire going into the administration block. In fact, what my colleague has told me is that a residential office of one of the managers here at the campus has also been set alight, and the situation, I can guarantee you, that has totally went out of control.
What's the security situation like in terms of, have there been more police being deployed to the campus overnight?
Yes, indeed, police have been deployed at the campus, and campus management has beefed up security given what transpired last week. But as what I can tell you, is that it seems like there is a bad blood between students and campus security, given what has been transpiring over the previous week and today during that violent confrontation where several students were injured and taken to hospital. We don't know how students are going to react to this, including the campus management. It will be interesting tomorrow which action will the management take, because when we spoke to some of the students, they said they are going to open a case of attempted murder to the Mabatu police station, accusing the Vice Chancellor of instructing campus security of shooting them with live ammunition.
Sello, we've got contention regarding the SRC. We have the latest incident of that fire, the earlier clashes. What's going to happen to classes come tomorrow?
I don't think that classes will resume tomorrow. In fact, as it has been happening since the academic activities at this campus started, we've been seeing classes being disrupted. We've been seeing management sending SMSs to students, instructing them to vacate their residential addresses. And this thing, Babak, you'll remember that it dates as far as 2015, late 2015, during the Fees Must Fall campaign, and it spilled over to this year because students are saying that some of the things that we're complaining about, some of the things that we're putting forth as their demands from the Fees Must Fall protest have not been resolved by the university. You'll remember that during the Fees Must, in fact, this year, during the start of the academic activities, the university was saying that it is owed 100 million by students, and they will need 91 million rand to respond to the NSFAS shortfall, saying that over 2,000 students are affected. We don't know how much has government or the Department of Higher Education has injected in trying to meet that particular shortfall, and those are some of the things which continue to play themselves out as tensions continue to dictate terms here between students and the campus management. So I doubt that there will be academic activities tomorrow.
SABC reporter Sello Tatai coming to us live from the Northwest, updating us there on that fire at the Science Centre at the Mahikeng campus of the Northwest University.